Hold on a second. I need to tell you something important. Loving to shop is not a character flaw. It's literally wired into your brain. And science is saying this, not you, science. So next time someone says, you spend too much, lean back and say, I'm sorry, I'm having an evolutionary response. Let's get into it. Think about it for a second. You walk into a store, you tell yourself you're just going to look at one thing. 2 hours later, you're walking out with 3 bags and this weird sense of happiness inside. What happened in there? Why did it feel that good? And why does the same thing happen every single time? The answer isn't your lack of willpower. The answer is your brain working exactly the way it's supposed to. Science figured this out a long time ago, and today we're going to talk about it. 10 points, 10 reasons, and I'm pretty sure you're going to say, wait, that's literally me at every single one. Ready? 1. The dopamine rush. Your brain is playing you, but in the best way. Wait, don't go anywhere. This one is for you. The moment you find something you like, your brain releases dopamine. What's dopamine? It's the chemical behind excitement, reward, and that, yes, this is exactly what I needed feeling. And right now you're thinking, okay, I already knew that. But here's the actually interesting part. Studies show that the anticipation before buying something can sometimes feel even better than the purchase itself. So that moment when you're staring at something going, should I get it? Should I not? That's the peak. That moment right there is the dopamine spike. The slightly anticlimactic feeling after you buy it, that's already the come down. Your brain is feeding you on anticipation, and you keep coming back for more. That's the whole system. 2. The sense of control, because the rest of your life is complete chaos. Waking up in the morning is hell. Work emails are piling up, you argued with someone let you down, a deadline already passed. You can't control any of it. Then you walk into a store, and suddenly every decision is yours. Get it or leave it. Try it or walk past. Nobody is telling you anything. You're the boss. Psychologists call this perceived control, and it's exactly why people turn to shopping more during the most stressful periods of their lives. Not a coincidence. The brain goes wherever it feels safe. And between those aisles, surrounded by those shelves, the brain finally breathes. 3. Identity building. You're not buying that jacket just because it's a jacket. Okay, wait, think about this for real. When you're buying that jacket, what are you actually thinking? You're not just saying, it's nice. There's a voice in the back of your head asking, who would I be if I wore this? And that question is running in the background of every single shopping trip. Consumer psychology research is clear about this. People don't buy products, they buy versions of themselves. That pair of shoes, that bag, that bookshelf, that kitchen gadget, they're all pieces of the person I could become. Shopping is actually a process of writing a story about yourself. And without realizing it, every time you go, you're adding a new sentence to that story. 4. Social bonding. Now you understand why 3 hours just disappear. You were only going for socks. Yeah, those socks. 3 hours later, you're walking out with 5 bags, a bunch of empty coffee cups, and a "how did so much time pass" look on your face. Here's why. Shopping together releases oxytocin in the brain, the same bonding hormone that gets released when you hug someone or laugh with someone you love. Walking through the mall together, making each other try things on, saying, "Oh, that looks so good on you." In those moments, you're actually bonding. The product is just an excuse. The real thing is the connection. 5. Sensory bombardment. By the time you walk in, it's already too late. These stores are actually insane, like genuinely. The tempo of the music is chosen on purpose. The perfume scent is placed there to pull you in. The color of the lights, the warmth, the layout of the products, all designed. Retail environments are one of the most studied areas in environmental psychology. There are decades of research on nothing but how does a person behave when they enter a store. You walk in saying, "I'm just here to look." But your brain started getting influenced the moment you stepped through the door. The battle was over before it even began. 6. Emotional regulation. Retail therapy is real, not a joke. Are you sad? Bored? Feeling suffocated? Did everything go wrong that day? We all know that feeling. And we all know what we do on those days. We walk around a little. We browse a little. Maybe we buy something, maybe we don't. But even just the act of walking around loosens something up inside. Retail therapy gets treated like a joke. But research actually documents short-term mood improvement from shopping. A permanent solution? No. But the fact that it meets the need of that moment gives the brain a small breath of air. That part is real. And the brain knows what works. It keeps going back. 7. The thrill of the hunt. Why you start moving faster when you see a sale sign. Be honest, when you see a sale sign, something shifts inside you, right? Your steps speed up, your focus sharpens. You get this feeling of, I can't miss this. That's not greed, that's evolutionary. When your brain spots a great opportunity, it activates the same circuits our ancestors used when hunting or foraging for food. That I'll miss out feeling is the modern version of thousands of years of survival instinct. Stores know this extremely well, and that's exactly why they make those red signs so big. 8. Novelty seeking. Why you always ask, did the new collection come in? The human brain is wired to crave new things. It's an evolutionary feature. Discovering new things used to make survival easier. The survival part is gone now, but the brain still works exactly the same way. When you spot a new product on a shelf, a small curiosity response gets triggered. You feel like you have to look at it. Stores constantly update their collections because they know this. Every time you walk in saying, I'm just checking what's new. And that's exactly what your brain wanted all along. 9. Aspirational thinking. You're buying the person you want to become. Who would I be if I got this? You never ask that out loud, but your brain is asking it every single shopping trip. Researchers call this possible selves theory, meaning we shop toward the person we imagine we could be. Those sneakers are a more active you. That notebook is a more organized you. That dress is a more confident you. Shopping is also an act of daydreaming. And that's why sometimes things you never wore, never used, are just sitting in your closet. Because you didn't buy them for right now. You bought them for someday. For the version of yourself you imagined you'd become. 10. The Endowment Effect. Once you pick it up, putting it back gets hard. The moment you pick something up in a store, your brain starts treating it as if it already belongs to you. This is a documented psychological effect. Physical contact increases perceived ownership and makes letting go harder. That I can't put this back feeling after you've tried something on is exactly this. You spent a few seconds in front of the mirror with it and your brain switched into this is already mine mode. Putting it back on the shelf feels like a loss. Once you buy it, balance restored. So next time someone says, you shop way too much, tell them your brain is working exactly the way it was designed to. No fault, no flaw, just neuroscience. Which one of these described you perfectly? Which one made you go, okay, that is literally me? Write it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. And if you stayed till the end, you already know. You're one of us.